last dose. So first and foremost, the most important thing you need to know is that when you have Q6, you need to find out how many times you will be giving that dose. So how do you do that? There's 24 hours in a day, correct? So how many times, if you divide this by 6, how many times would you have to give the dose? That would equal to 4. An easier way to remember it, you can do 6 plus 6, that's 12. Another 6 plus 6, that's 12. 12 plus 12, that's 24. That is for my people who don't really get math. Okay, so we know there's 4 times we're going to give the dose. Now, you know you need to find the checks in order to find out when would the last dose be if they start at 2100. So the best way possible to find out how many checks you're gonna need in order to know how many times, like when's the last dose going to be, you're going to multiply 4 by 2, and that would be 8. Okay, now this means we are going to need 8 checks. So if you don't have 8 checks, that is not correct, because you will always end up with 8 checks. Okay, now let's start. So the last dose was in 2100. So 2100. Now we need to do it for every 6 hours. So we do 22, 23, 24, 1, 2, 3. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next one is going to be 0300. Okay, let me put this lower. So we have 2100, 0300. And by this, that's how many times we're gonna need to find it. Because remember, 6 times 4 equals 24. So therefore we need 4 of the times. So we need 2 more. So if we start at 0300, we need 0400, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we have 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next one is going to be 0900. I would recommend you breaking it down like that so you don't mess up, because it's easy to, miscounting. 0900. So now we need 1 more. So we start at 0900. Don't really count 0900. So we have 10 o'clock, 1100, 1200, 1300, 1400, 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next one will be 1500. Okay, now we have our times. Now let's do our date. So the first one starts April 12th. So we are going to add 13th. Remember, it is 2 days. So we're going to put 2. Always make sure you add an extra day just in case, because most likely it's going to be the last day. So most likely going to be the next day. Okay, so now let's start with our... Oh, that looks ugly. Hold on. Okay, let's start with our problem now. Okay, that's much better. So, first one was at 2100. So we put our check here. Now, remember, 2100 is in the PM, correct? But is 0300 also in the PM? No, that's AM. 9 a.m. and back to PM. Okay. And I would recommend you to also put where and when, which one's the first one, the second one, because you will be moving all around. Now, so we are basically done with 12, April 12, because 2100 was the last day, because 0300 now is in the AM, meaning we will be moving to the next day. So the next day, that will be the second one. Okay. Third one. Fourth one. And don't forget, after 1500, we need to go back to 2100, which is still in the 13th day. So that will be our fifth one. See, this is why we need an extra day, because now we have to use days until we have 8 checks, because that's what we're looking for. Okay, so we have 5, meaning we're missing 3 more. Okay, so now that we're done with 2100, we go back to 0300, which is our 6th one, 7th one, and 8th one. So now we have our 8 checks. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we would say that the last dose would be on April 14th at 1500. Now we have to insert all the way in the bottom. Let's go check to see if that is the correct one. Let me see. April. There it is. April 14th at 1500. That will be your answer. And they also show you how they get it. So if you don't really understand the way I did it, look at this for a second. Day 1 and day 2. Okay. And that's how you get your problem solved for date and time and the dosage calculation problem. Hope this helped, and good luck.